And I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds impossible. I've seen him do some impossible things in my life. Listen to me. When we first put our revival on in this town, everyone, without exception, you think I'm playing, I didn't get one affirmative when we went around the churches and said that we were going to have 1,000 people under tent. Everyone said we were crazy. Everyone said it was impossible. No one said that they would shut the doors. No one said that we would fill that thing. And yet my God said we would. And day of, it looked like everyone was right. You think I'm playing? Dude, my cameraman, he testified to this. It was empty 20 minutes before it was supposed to start. And then all of a sudden, you saw just the line start getting on the highway of cars backed up. We got in-laws, they crying because the field's getting filled up. And we got 1,000 people under tent. If he could do it in Salem, Indiana, you guys don't even know where that's at. It's a map dot you couldn't even find. People, we just got a Walmart. And if he could do that here, what can't he do there? You think that's harder for him to do that than it is for the Yum Center? Listen to me, I'm going to believe audaciously. Why? Because I want to walk where miracles happen. You know where they happen? Next to Jesus. And if he says that's where we're going, I'm walking shoulder to shoulder with his Savior. I am. Because ain't nobody else willing to. Or maybe you are. Prove me wrong. Dare start saying yes to his call. I dare you to. Because I want you to experience his miracles. Listen to me, I got books of this stuff. Stacked up. You don't know how we on this camera right now? All he said was one little words, like just one little sentence. Take them out the safe. Because these revelations, I have recorded them. Because they are valuable to me, I put them in a safe. They are what changed a boy to a man. They are what witnessed my God at work in my life. And I keep them locked up. And yet 2 years ago, my God said, bring them out the safe. Kind of like, don't bury your gifts in the ground type of thing. You guys read that parable? And all I did was simply trust and obey. I walked with him in it. The sanctuary was given to us to preach in, that we can open a crowd to before the world will shut down. The cameras were given that we can record on, and all of a sudden we were going out to the world. And 2 years later, from right here, from a place you guys have never heard of, you guys have never been to, we have reached 750,000 people with the gospel now. Think about that. How did it happen? We just dare believe. Impossible, you say. Ain't nobody else doing that in this town. But my God is. Why? Because he's still living, he's still active, and we keep it this simple. All we do is what he says, that's it. And suddenly he shows up, and you got someone in this town reaching almost 1 million people with the gospel. How did it happen? Your God shows up suddenly. When he finds men and women who have hearts to say yes to him, who will simply trust and obey, who will have the audaciousness to boldly believe in the face of everything else. And their God witnesses his word to them. And that's why I wanted to put this on camera tonight. Like, remember this when you see us at the Yum Center in a year or two. I don't know how it's going to happen. It's impossible for me. But I don't need to know. All I got to know is that that's where we're headed, because our God is in the business of ascending his people, not taking them down into the pit again. He's got great plans for you. He found you in death. He ain't taking you back there. He found you when you were broke, busted, and disgusted. Like, he ain't taking you back there. He's got plans to prosper you and to give you a future. Trust him. And that's all I want to encourage you with. Don't make it harder than what it is. Don't spin your wheels trying to figure it out. Just trust him and walk with him.